Cool. Hi, I'm Trisha and I'm here with my good friend Kendra. We're going to update Kendra's look by using the 5-minute face. Okay, so remember the first part of the 5-minute face is to even out skin tone, and we're going to do that using our primer, our tinted moisturizer or BB cream, and our concealer. So I'm going to walk Kendra through the process. She's going to start with her primer, and we're using a mix of high and low, which is always fun because you can pick which items you want to splurge on and which you want to use from the drugstore. So she's using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and she's got the perfect amount on the back of her hand. It's a pea-size amount, and then she's just going to use the fingers from her other hand to kind of apply. Take about 1/3 of it on your hand and then just apply it starting on one cheek. And you don't have to rub it in too much, you're just kind of smoothing it out. You're just kind of putting a thin layer on. You can take a little bit more, do it on your other cheek. Perfect. And then you're just going to do it on your forehead and a little bit on your nose. Because Kendra's skin is kind of like mine where she has bigger pores on her nose. And the primer is going to help keep the Beauty Balm cream, which is what we're going to do next, from settling into the pores. That's why I think it's important to use a primer. It doesn't take that much extra time. Not only does your makeup go on smoother, but it's going to last longer, and that's the key step to faking perfect skin. Very few people have perfect skin. Well, actually no one does, but we can all fake it. So, alright, now she's going to use the Rimmel BB cream, and she's going to squeeze, again, about a pea-size amount onto the back of her hand. This comes in 3 or 4 different shades. Kendra's shade is medium. And BB creams are very forgiving. It's not like foundation where you need an exact match, and you're going to apply that the same way that you do the primer. Just start in the center of the face and blend outward. You got it. And the nice thing about a BB creams are like tinted moisturizers on steroids. So they've got kind of like a built-in primer. They've got moisture, they've got sunscreen, they illuminate the skin. The idea behind them was that it is a lot of products in one. So again, we did a separate primer because we really want to get that smooth, even look, but if you're really pressed for time, you wouldn't have to. And she's just going to keep blending that until you don't see any more boundary. And again, you can be gentle. You're applying it very firmly. And just smooth that in all over. And we're going to follow up with a little bit of concealer on areas that she wants a little bit more coverage. You can see this is just helping even out the skin tone. Because let's be honest, after the age of like 14, everybody needs a little help all over. So she's got that nice and blended. Does that feel smooth going on? Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite drugstore products because it's like $7 and it works great, it blends nicely, you get your sunscreen for the day, and this is also paraben free, which is a big deal for a lot of people, so that is great. Alright, feel good about that? Mm-hmm. Okay, next we're going to do for the concealer, this is the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles, but it works well for blemishes as well, and if I could get the cap off, stand by. Okay. The thing about this, when you're using it for the first time, you have to twist it a lot to get the product to come up through the sponge. So the first time I was waiting and waiting for it to come out, and then it finally did. So you're going to put this on under your eyes, and less is more because you can always add more. There we go. So you're just going to take that and do a swipe under the eye on each side. And then when you're doing anything under your eye, you want to blend with your ring finger because that's the weakest one. Just kind of smooth it out. Excellent. And don't forget to get the inner corner kind of by the side of your nose because everybody tends to have a little bit of darkness there. You can bring it all the way up like right there. And that color is blending well too. Excellent. If you're getting stuff from a drugstore and you're unsure about color, it helps to either go with a trusted friend or find one of the salespeople whose makeup look you like, so they can kind of help steer you in the right direction. And you can make sure to get it all the way up to the bottom of your lash line. So don't, because almost everybody has either darkness or redness under there. Excellent. Cool. And then if you have any other spots or blemishes that you want to conceal, you might have to twist up a little bit more of the product. That looks good. And just make sure when you're putting it on any spots, you just kind of want to pat around the edges because if you wipe, you're going to wipe it off. Yeah, good. Feel good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so we're ready for part 2 of the 5-minute face, which is defining the eyes. Now, Kendra is used to wearing a thick line of eyeliner on her top lid as well as underneath the eye. We're going to play around with the quick technique, which is just what I like to do for every day to give her a more subtle look. And we're going to do that with a dark brown pencil. This is one by NYX or NYX. I guess I should know how to pronounce that company name, but I don't. But this is great. This is their SL15 Brown Perfection Liner, and I like the pencils that you can sharpen because then you can get a nice fine point on it. Okay, so I'm going to do one side of Kendra, and then she's going to do the other, because I'm going to have you look down, Kendra. I'm going to come from underneath, and I'm getting right above her waterline, right in the base of her lashes. And this is a special tutorial because we've got another friend of mine filming instead of me trying to have my little camera on a tripod, so you get some nice up-close action. Because this is a different look for Kendra, we're going to play around and see if she wants to add a line on top, but we'll get the mascara on first so she can see how it looks. And I'm going to let her do the other side. So you can look in the mirror. It takes a little while to feel comfortable doing it, but the pencil is nice and smooth. It's fine. You want to just kind of feel like you're coloring in the space in between your lashes. You got it. And just make little back and forth things. The nice part about this is you don't have to worry about doing a straight line because you're just getting it right in there and rubbing it back and forth. Some people call this tight lining as well. It just takes away the negative space. You're doing really well. Awesome. And once you get used to doing it, it feels easier and easier because it's kind of a tickly feeling. Feel good? And then if you see any spots, you can just kind of clean it up with your finger kind of before it sets. All right? Cool. All right, now she's going to put on her mascara. And Kendra's lashes kind of curl on their own, so she can probably get away without having to use an eyelash curler, so I'm officially jealous. So she's going to do a couple coats of her mascara, and she's a pro at this. And she's using a CoverGirl, right? Professional mascara. Is it in black?
In black.
Okay. So again, we're doing a mix of some high-low products because beauty doesn't have to be expensive to look good. Yeah, her lashes curl right up. That's not fair. And she's really getting into the base of the lashes, and then she's doing it on her lower lid as well, the lower lashes. Perfect. Now, do you feel, could you try wearing that amount of eyeliner during the day, or do you feel like you need a little bit more?
I'm so used to having more that it feels very naked, but I could probably do it if I got used to it.
Try it. You have really pretty eyes. And I think, wear it for a couple days, see what kind of, I bet you'd be surprised by how much positive feedback you get, and then just see how you feel about it. And you could also, if you want to do a look with eyeshadow, do a little bit on top, and we can play around with that. But for every day, see how you like it. Kendra's a new mom like myself, and so time in the morning is precious and valuable for everybody. But so it's good to play around and see if you can get away with a look that takes you a little less time to accomplish and looks a little more natural. All right, so that is the defining the eyes portion, and up next we're going to move into putting some color on lips and cheeks. Okay, so the last part of the 5-minute face is to add some color on lips and cheeks. We're going to do my favorite, which is Benefit's ChaCha Tint. This is a little tiny trial size because Kendra's going to give it a whirl and see if she likes it. And since Kendra's never done a stain before, I'm going to do it on one side and let her do it on the other. So this is a liquid. It kind of looks like nail polish. I'm going to do it on this side first. We're going to make a little X on the apple of the cheek and then rub it in with her finger. So blush just kind of mimics the natural flush that you get when you're laughing or excited. We're going to start with one application. Check that out. So she just has a nice healthy glow, and I'm going to let her do the other side. So just dip it in, make a little X on your cheek, and blend it. Yep, and we're doing it on the apple. That's the part that puffs up when you smile. Yep, and blend it back. You could actually probably put a little bit more on, kind of down a little bit. And sometimes, depending on where you have any like spots or blemishes, you might want to go back over and touch up, because sometimes you wind up putting your blush on over. You just kind of have to deal with your day as it comes to you. Feel good? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we're going to do, Kendra likes to have a little bit of a bronzy glow. She awesomely quit going to tanning beds this year, so yay, Kendra. But we still want to have a little bronzy glow, so we are going to use the MAC Mineralize SkinFinish. This is in Give Me Sun. And my favorite way to do bronzer to get a really natural look is to do what I call the 3. So you want to swirl your blush in the bronzer, tap off the excess, and instead of just putting it all over the face, which can give you kind of a flat look, we're going to do a 3. So we're going to hit her on, I'm going to hit you right on the hairline, because if she was in the sun, she would get sun on the hairline. I'm going to get a little bit more, sweep it down the side, kind of come under her cheekbone and blend it. And then we're going to do a little bit more onto her jawline and blend it onto her neck. So we're going to accent or accentuate her bone structure and just nicely blend. And we're going to give her a sun-kissed look that's not too heavy-handed. Now she's going to do it on the other side. So it just kind of creates the shape of a 3 on her face. Blend it in. Yep, and just blend down onto the neck. How do you like the way that looks?
That looks good.
Okay. Cool. And then I would just take, because we kind of blended off, a little bit more of the concealer and kind of pat it on. Just, this is called stippling, when you just kind of pat it and smooth it over the skin. And then we're going to keep more of a neutral lip look today. So we're just going to use a CoverGirl Lipslicks lip gloss. This is in Guava Splash, and I'm going to have Kinder put that on, just like you normally would, just to give her lips a little bit of shine. She doesn't normally wear color on her lips, so we're just kind of easing her in with a little bit of glossy shine. And there we go. We've got the 5-minute face. Took a little bit longer because we're working through it, but she's going to practice it, and I bet she could even do it in less than 5 when she gets really practiced. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.